Oh yeah.
You guys cleaned out the place of tons of Spriggan. One of them's still tied up. I don't think he's still large, but he's. You know what? Maybe if you tied him up while he was large, he shrunk down and he got out of the rope. So maybe he's gone after all. Nobody thought about that.
I thought about it, but Albanius
I thought we
definitely
let him
didn't.
go.
He climbed up the chute while you guys were
We
fighting.
let the one from outside go.
Yeah, there was one coming up
right.
the
We're in the
stairway that was like getting pushed by a gush of wind, and then he was like, "No, I'm just gonna leave," and then left. Can't get up there. There's no
That was
point
fun.
trying.
No,
Alright,
that was a
yeah.
fun combat actually. I really liked our climb up and infiltrate from the top too. It was one of the few times where like we tried something a little bit
A little
like
different.
non-standard strategy, and it worked out for us like really well. Because I think it would have been a lot harder fight if we tried to fight up through because he had all the murder holes on the
Murder
ground and
holes,
he could
yeah.
have just dropped shit on us. Yeah.
To be truthful, though, I might have forgotten all about him, though. So who knows? Because like on the map, it doesn't tell you like map position wise what they are. You literally have to read his thing to find out what they are.
Yeah.
So if I forgot to look at him as an enemy, I might have, completely forgot. But yeah. All right,
So
so
I
I
guess Derek's
guess
not here, but I think we were gonna let him have the crossbow heavy seeking. The heavy crossbow seeking heavy crossbow, whatever.
Yes,
yeah,
that
it's
was the
small,
plan.
so
But because he left before we kind of went over that, and then he's not here. So
all right,
Oh
so
yeah. So, did we win that? I had to leave rather abruptly.
yes, you did.
We did win that. We are still alive. We won it.
Sounds good.
So you
Are
find
we
this
still on the top floor?
room that you guys are in is a kitchen and storeroom for kitchen food supplies. As he seemed to have been the chef, because where he was standing is a grill of food that is now burning.
wait, the big nasty one was
Yeah,
the chef.
yeah.
All right,
Wh-
it's
Which map are
fair.
we on?
Oh,
Um,
I can share that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it looks like he was cooking before you guys interrupted him.
and then Albanius will remember that you guys were saying you don't think that these things were what made the town disappear, right?
I
So
think
yeah,
you're
he'll ask.
opportunistic.
Well, if you don't think that these were the ones that have cleared out the town, then we still don't know what happened here.
I mean, that's
That's
true.
correct.
Okay, well I'll take the food off the
I
grill or
look at
whatever
him
so it doesn't
expectantly
burn.
as if he's going to put forth a theory.
No, no,
Okay.
I don't. But I take the food off the grill there so it doesn't burn or
Okay.
whatever. Like it doesn't. Well, I'm okay with the food
Oh,
burning, but I don't
good.
want to burn down the whole. I don't want to burn down this whole building. I did that once. It's not good.
Alright, and then I guess you guys will probably loot his body?
Did we ever? Are any of them alive? Did we try
I thought we already did
questioning
that.
any of them?
Wait, whose body did we loot?
The guy in here, I thought.
Yeah, the rich guy.
Well, we questioned the ones we captured outside, and then there's theoretically still some that are captured back here that we could question as well. But the guy that's here died. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I crit him or something in the last hit or something crazy.
There's a conflict of information here, so I'm gonna. It's giving me two different loot things for this room. So
I
I'm
guess
gonna
we
go
get
look
both.
at the.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not. I'm gonna go and look it up and make sure, because it's not the first time
Okay.
we've made mistakes.
There's one room over here that we haven't looked in as well.
let's see, where's this? Book 3? Yeah. Yeah, there's a room with a closed door you still haven't looked at, and then you guys haven't really examined the other 2 rooms you ran by.
I just feel kind of bad about beating up these guys because, you know, we're sort of, they just came in, found an empty place, and moved in, right? Now we're invading them. But they have been hostile to us every step of the way. Did we ever figure out their language?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
They
gnome.
do speak.
Oh, Aklo.
Well, they also speak Aklo.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys did loot his gear, but perhaps you detect magic within the room, as there seems to be a treasure chest with even more treasure.
Alright, it's Tasha.
Even more treasure.
If it is a chest, then I believe this is Pick's area of expertise.
It's not locked, it's open.
Oh. I'm untrained. It's just
So
a
yeah,
test.
you can't actually do it then.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
disable.
I know. I was just like,
let's
oh, I have a
take look inside the
+5
chest.
mod. It's like, I need to put a point in that.
It's a dex-based skill. I don't know if it's a class skill for
That's
rangers or
why.
not, though.
I don't know. What do you think?
Unsure.
Alright, so the amount of auras you detect is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Open up the chest and have a look inside.
Alright. You see a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. You see 148 platinum pieces, 3,650 gold pieces, 200 silver pieces, a really nice looking long sword, a really nice looking long bow, a cracked emerald, 10 garnets, 1 gold and pearl earring, a gold necklace, a jade ring, 16 pearls, 1 pearl ring, 1 poorly cut diamond, another magical item that is a ring, silver earrings, silver necklace, 12 violet garnets, and then what looks to be a wand.
Holy mother
Yeah,
of loot.
one.
I don't think I've ever gotten loot that much loot. Ever.
Well, considering that all the
Wow.
people here seem to have just walked away, this is probably this is just the entire treasure of the entire
Yeah.
town all in this chest here.
This is probably Varn's treasure, right?
Varn's hold.
Maybe.
Probably.
I can't
Let's
imagine.
see.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe Albaeus is like, damn. Why did these creatures bring all this stuff into here? They had all this. They didn't. They could have went and bought their own castle. Because Albanius thinks it was theirs.
Wow. Even if this was theirs, which I'm not so sure of, why spend it on a new castle when this one was free for the taking?
But was it free for the taking?
I'm still not convinced they're responsible for whatever happened here, but I could be proven wrong.
Yeah, you haven't seen any dead humans anywhere. So there's that.
In fact, if anything, we've seen these guys down in the town, one with that trap and the other at the bottom of the well.
Mm-hmm.
Am I allowed to take 10 with my appraise checks?
I don't know if appraise works that way.
I think you can.
I just ask
You're
so
taking like
that
10
I don't
minutes to
have
do it.
to. I don't have to roll like the 20 some odd rolls.
Right, yeah. If we're just gonna spend a long time, yeah, figuring out how much wealth there is, and I don't see why not.
Well, take 10 doesn't take any longer than normal.
Mm-mm.
Usually it does a little bit.
No, that's
No, let's take 20. Take 10 takes the normal amount of time.
If I'm not allowed, I'll just start rolling. We'll start at the top of the list and go down.
I mean, at this point in the game, I'm not really like concerned about values of stuff because one way or another, you guys have a kingdom with people who respect you, and they'll probably appraise it for you anyways. Um, so that's fine. I don't really mind about that stuff.
Ooh, there's a bag of holding type 4 here.
Yeah.
We can put all of this stuff in it.
So
Perfect.
Tasha, when you left, you ended up identifying a bunch of stuff that he was wearing. You can find that in the party sheet right now. I haven't moved this stuff
Yep.
over yet, but I would
pretty
like
sure
you
we
Put
wanna
guys
a bag of
to
holding
clean that
inside a bag of
out.
holding.
No, don't do
Bad
that.
things happen. Bad things happen, but yes, you can do it.
Okay.
There's nothing physically stopping you.
Hold on, I'm just like a little gnome. I can't really carry anything more.
I'm pretty sure I've
Maybe
heard a
couple
lot.
things.
I've heard a lot of like read a lot of stories about people doing like, oh, I put my bag of holding into another bag of holding as like a trump card thing to like win an encounter that they were gonna lose or whatever.
And then the game master's like,
Even though it
"Yep,
kills
Oh,
you as
dear.
you
well.
just lost all your shit."
Yeah. Well, no, they do that. It's like one of those things, like a campaign ender kind of thing. Like, oh shit, things are going terribly.
I crawl into my bag of holding and then wiggle into the other bag of holding, and then I disappear. Someday somebody will find me. Wouldn't that be funny if you found a bag of holding and then like a person came out of it? Because you guys are talking about putting people in bag of holdings all the time. That I really should just put a person in a bag of holding for you.
Well, just put a zombie in there. So then the guy looks in and the zombie comes out.
Yeah. Well, when you look in, you don't see anything. Bag of holdings, like you have to reach in to grab something. But when you look in, you don't actually see stuff. At least I think that's how it works.
Okay, I'm going to identify those new items that we've just received.
All right, there's 4 of
The,
them.
the magic items. I cast a spell because I know not to rely on my natural skill.
Tasha has learned. Okay, the first item is a +2 defending longsword. Regular size.
Oh,
There you go. Alright,
that's interesting.
The next one is a regular size +2 thundering longbow composite +4 strength. So that's good.
I almost have the strength to use that, but I think my strength bonus is only +3 right now.
The
But,
next one is... Oh, you got it, is a Ring of Friend shield. Which I have
Hey,
never
this
heard of
longbow has a
before.
real name. Darkwood and Ivory. Ooh. Tasha admires just the craftsmanship and the composition of this longbow. It's pretty cool.
Okay, the interesting thing is that these rings are supposed to come in pairs, and you only have one. And then the last item. Oh, you guys might like this one. It is a Wand of Spectral Hand. 17 charges.
That's pretty good.
Huh. That's interesting.
Alright, so I'm dropping those into the party sheet. I would like you guys to clean that out, as it does seem to have a lot of stuff sitting in it.
Well, I know that like I said, the small size crossbow is probably going to pick,
Yes.
even though he's not here to actually get it right now.
I mean, yeah. Composite longbow, we're just gonna have to sell, right? Do we have anyone that has strength?
Yeah,
Well,
I can use it.
Albanius can use it.
Oh, okay.
I
wait,
don't have
that's the other
quite.
game.
I don't have.
That's that's Stargate. Where we have
Yeah,
no
in
strength.
Stargate, none of our characters have strength, but in this, Albanius has a ton of strength.
Yep.
I don't
really
have
good for
quite
you.
+4 modifier until next level up. When I'm gonna add another point in strength, they'll put it up to 18, which is a +4. But I'm close, and then
Yeah,
I can
take
use
it.
it when Tasha gives me like a bonus.
Do it.
And the +2
And then I-
defending longsword is good for you too.
Honestly, yeah, that I'll probably take that and sell the +1 longsword that
Uh,
I got before, right?
Somebody has an inkling to roll a knowledge nature.
Okay.
I don't have that skill unless it's a
Berserk
DC
scratches
10.
his head, but doesn't know. Zoo!
God damn it.
Zoo, my son. You identify that the workmanship of this longbow is rather similar to the centaur tribes of Iobaria. And you know that this longbow might actually be a sacred ancestral relic of the Nomen tribe. How you know that, I don't know.
Oh, there we
That's how
go
the
then.
others
So
are.
I probably won't keep. We'll probably use it to give it back to the centaurs as a bargaining chip. Albanius doesn't come up with that idea, probably, but
Yeah, we'll see.
Keep it. Keep it.
Oh, they didn't mention this. I don't know if it says it
What
on the
is,
stat block, but it is
defending
dark
longsword
wood
do?
and ivory.
Yeah, I read that in the bow. That's why I said
Okay.
Tasha takes keen interest in its composition and
Yeah.
craftsmanship.
Yeah, both the longsword and the bow are +3 weapons, so they're significantly powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the longsword's actually in a lot of ways better than my like the new longsword's better than my glaive even in a lot of ways because my glaive's just a cold iron +1 like +1 cold iron glaive. I'll probably still use the glaive a lot of times just because it's a reach weapon though.
Yeah, that
You
reach
should
and
pull
lunge
out
has
the
been doing work
longsword
for
and
you.
like maybe get a shield.
What
that
does
you can,
defending
like,
do
tank up.
again?
I don't
You
remember.
can on your turn as a free action, you can choose to use any amount of the enhancement
Oh, okay.
bonus as a circumstance bonus to your AC.
Yep. Okay, so that's sort of like it's sort of like fighting defensively, but you get
So
a
you
1-to-1.
use the weapon as like a second shield or something?
Or like, yeah, kind of. It's kind of like combat expertise.
Yeah.
equal to
The
your
magic
initiative
power
bonus, sort of.
converts from like chance to hit and damage into just more AC.
Yeah. So in order to use that, I could just apply a buff where it's -2 attack, +2 AC, for example, and place -2 damage. Downside also is you don't hit through. It changes it so you're not hitting as magic damage, right? Well, I guess it probably still overcomes magic DR though, but you don't get
Probably.
a
It's
Well,
still
Your
here's a
magical, but the
complicated
enhancement bonus isn't.
yeah.
here's a complicating question. What if I cast greater magic weapon on it? How
I
does
think it
that
could.
work?
You
Well,
can't use the enhancement bonus from
You're
Greater
gonna
Magic
enhance the
Weapon on it.
bonus, but that's it.
But the weapon has
Well-
an innate +2, and let's say I gave it a +2 from the greater magic weapon, which does not
They don't
stack.
stack. Right.
But then he transfers the weapon's +2 to his armor class.
No, that
So
would be
the weapon is
cheating.
now not
I don't think
+2.
that would
wouldn't allow
work.
that. I wouldn't
don't-
allow that.
I don't think that would work, but if
I was
you
just
enhanced
question.
a +1 defending longsword with a +2 enhancement bonus from greater magic weapon, I bet you could convert the 2 into AC instead of just 1 if you wanted. You have more. I don't know though. That's also debatable.
So if
But I
I
think
gave
that's
you
a-
greater magic weapon +3, you could use all
Theoretically.
3 of that to your armor class.
I think
Maybe.
so, but I
Who
don't know.
knows? Anyway,
All right, I'll hold on to the longsword for now too. I guess.
I have another random question.
All right.
This cracked emerald. I have jewelry crafting, and I have the mending spell. Can I fix it to make it more valuable?
Sure.
I just did as well in the really fancy viola. I can't actually play the viola, but it's a very just like really beautiful piece of art.
Well,
This
you
viola.
and Pick are the 2 musicians in the group, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't remember what Pick plays. Out of character.
I
Well,
do
I think
have a musical instrument of my own as well.
Who plays
I think
viola? Does
we're-
anybody in this group play viola?
Nope.
String
I mean, you might-
instrument.
I guess somebody apparently recognizes it as the work of master craftsman Azorus of Wispel.
Perhaps.
That's what it says in the description.
Yeah, I know. I'm reading it too. I'm like, huh. Because it doesn't say that in any of my exterior things.
And we
Oh.
have a bunch of books by Maestro Pendraud. Does anybody know who Maestro Pendraud in this party is? Would there be a knowledge
Well-
local?
Apparently that masterwork viola is Maestro Pendraud's as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know he wrote those books because his name's all over the books, but yeah. Maybe his
Right, do
signature's
we know
on
who he
the
is?
viola.
Does anybody? I mean, is he a noble? I might know him then.
Albania.
Okay, I don't have knowledge local for some reason.
Real sure.
I guess it's because
If I
I'm a
know this
paladin.
information here,
Even with the nobility, nothing's coming up with that either.
I would prefer
Yeah.
to give this back to the academy, even though it gives us less gold. I think that from Tasha's perspective, the goodwill would be worth it. If I know this information.
Well, we know also that Magyar Varn he wrote a letter to Maestro Pendraud, so I'm guessing he came here, even that's as his instruments here, right?
Well, you remember they got looted, so it could have just been looted and then brought here. So you're not real sure on that part, but maybe.
Right, but I mean, there was a letter asking him to come here to like investigate. That's what this letter here says, right? From 2 months ago.
Yes.
The letter describes Willis's discovery of the jade bracelet on the banks of a river of local provenance, and
Oh, well, yeah,
requests
that part, yeah.
Pendraud's presence for further study of the artifact. So presumably he came here, and then who knows? His stuff's still here.
If I may, I noticed that both the writings and the viola would be of great interest to the academy itself.
Mm-hmm.
I would, if there's no objection, I would prefer that they were returned to the academy.
I think
I
that's
mean,
fair.
that's fine with me. What is this
Okay.
academy that you're talking about? Is it like...
That is a good question, because these just say the academy. I'm assuming
Yeah,
there's only one.
I mean, I don't know. Nobody's rolled a knowledge local because I don't have it, and nobody else is bothered. But
I don't have it.
if it's a Shaylin Academy, I might know about it. Is 20 enough for Tasha to at least know what's going on here with
I don't know. Hold on.
Pendraud and the academy?
Okay, so
I'm gonna try to find the info here real quick. Wait, who are you guys wanting to know about? Maestro?
Maestro Pendraud, where is he from? What is this academy that he's part of?
Oh. Okay. Hold on. A scholar. You're starting to think about that name, and you think it's a scholar from a scholar who specializes in Casmar antiquities. One second. Oh, apparently he's a composer.
Yeah, it's what, Maestro, right? Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's a music academy. Like maybe Albanius has just heard of it from that, but
Well, why would Varn have sent for an expert from a music academy to research?
well, he's also an expert of antiquities.
Yeah, what's
Yes.
Casimir?
You know, he's
Casimir.
from Opera's Kitharodian Academy. Kitharodian?
Para.
Oh, that's in Tal'Darin.
Yeah.
Taldor.
Yeah, it's in Taldor. Casimir is where you guys are going in Strange Aeon.
Oh.
Spoilers.
No, you know that.
Well, in Star
I
Fox's
don't.
game, he maybe doesn't know that.
Well, he doesn't know when, now, at least. So that's where you know that he's hails from.
Okay. So that's quite a distance away.
His studies are generally into oh my god, I don't know why I have a hard time saying these words.
Indigenous?
Yeah, it's just to say it smoothly is the part that I have a problem with. Yeah, I know how to say it, I just can't say it quickly and smoothly. Okay, anyways, the ethnicities of ancient Ioberia, blah 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 blah. A former yeah, like there's really not a whole lot of information that I can share with you guys without spoiling what's really going on. So yeah, he's just a dude. Yeah.
Okay, let's get this cleared up here. The small seeking crossbow is going to pick, you said.
Yeah, I'll throw that onto his sheet.
The bag of holding, who's taking that?
You are, I think. And then you're gonna hold on to this other stuff because you're you're our fearless leader.
Okay.
Fearless leader. Oh, the stuff. Okay, and then I'm guessing you guys are going to continue exploring this building.
Well, I know that this area over here looked like it was like a library or something, right?
Yeah.
And then also we have this room over here that we haven't even opened the door for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with a bag of holding type 4, we can just put, like, man, whatever we want in there. That thing's
Everything.
huge.
Mm-hmm. They're
Yep,
heavier
let's be on
though.
this door.
So the bag of
They
holding
are
itself,
quite heavy.
yeah.
Can anybody use these scrolls? It should probably go to them. I don't know if any of these.
I already
are
grabbed the
available.
ones I can use.
Okay.
The ones that are in there, I can't. So you want to probably just give them to whoever has UMD, because those are the only people that'll actually have a chance of being able to use them, I guess.
Okay. I guess that's me.
I have UMD as well.
Oh, you do? Yours is
Yeah.
probably better than mine.
I'm a
What's
sorcerer.
yours?
Oh, right now it's
Yeah.
9, but I've only put 1 point in it.
Oh.
So it's gonna get a lot better very
Yeah.
soon.
You have. I have more ranks in it, but it's not actually a class skill for me. So why don't we give
And I'm
you?
charisma based.
Why don't you take the scrolls of remove paralysis? I'll take one, and you can take the other two, just so we split them up
Okie dokie.
in case they're needed. Do you have any touch spells? Does Spectral Hand Form do anything for you?
All I have that is a touch is my laughing touch, and I already have the robe you made me to apply that on spells.
Okay. You have the best chance amongst us of actually casting Raise Dead.
Alrighty.
I'll take these. So you said the
So
ring,
the Ring
of
of Friend shield doesn't work?
Yeah, you need to. You need
We
to
only
a
have
second
one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically, you could wear it and then just use Shield Other on like whoever they has the other ring if somebody's wearing it. You don't necessarily know who it is, but somebody might be wearing it and might get Shield Other.
And then you'll just take damage for no reason.
You know, that is weird, but it says it has no range limit, so...
Yeah.
At some point we start attacking a dude, and whoever's wearing this ring starts going, "Ow, hey, wait a second."
Across the
Well,
world,
I mean, you have to actually-
your twin brother who has the other ring is taking random.
Yeah, you have to activate it, but
Not twin brother, random stranger.
Yeah, whoever
Well, I
else
will-
just put on a ring.
Does anyone want to take the risk? Otherwise, Tasha can see if she can build a companion for it at some point
I
in
mean,
time.
you have rings.
honestly, it's probably just one of our clues for figuring out. Like, that's probably one of the things you want to do. Is there a way we can find the other ring? Like, scrying,
Ooh.
maybe? Maybe you have Find Object. You can use Find Object to, like, find the other one that... Because they probably, presumably, look the same, right?
You know, that's exactly... I had exactly the same thought. It probably looks identical to its twin.
Yeah. I imagine you might be able to use Find Other, or Find Object to find, like, the one that looks just like this.
What
And use that
level
as, like, a
is
focus to
locate
find the other
object
one.
here?
I don't know if that's actually explicitly allowed, but I feel like it would be a reasonable thing to do.
I have locate object.
I think if you
I
read
mean-
locate object, it lets you you can find stuff because you have that's a specific enough description, like an identical ring to this one.
You can either do like a ring, and then it'll just point to the closest ring of any description.
Right, but you can
or
get
if
more
you have a
specific.
if you have a precise, yeah, if you know exactly what you're looking for, then you can use it that way.
Yeah, so I think that's specific enough that you'd probably be able to find one. Like I want to find the one that's identical to this.
Do we want to try that? My arcane bond is up, so I have it available.
We could. I don't know how far away it's gonna be. Might make more sense to search the rest of this building first and then do it.
Sure. We'll keep that on the back burner then. An option. I'm not really keen on just carrying around 20 random crossbow bolts, but if somebody else wants them, maybe whoever just took that heavy crossbow.
Yeah, just throw them on Pick's character sheet.
Wow, my total encumbrance just went up to 3,884.
That's fine. Just go to. You just have to unclick the thing because it's in your bag of holding. Unclick the weight on it.
What is the bag of holdings limit?
It should say in the description.
Oh yeah, okay, here, just a second.
Type 4 is pretty big.
It's a lot.
Yeah, the biggest you can get.
Okay, so let me just figure this out here because the Type 4's limit is 1,500 pounds, and I don't know where this 3,000 pounds I'm carrying is coming from.
There's some barrels of like barrels of stout or something was one of the things in there.
Yeah, we do have those.
Like there was some really large shit that
Oh.
was on the party
Yeah,
sheet.
It was
15
only
barrels of stout.
250, I thought.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
there's 15 of them.
Collection
Okay.
of writings
There's
as
15 of
well.
them,
All
though.
those books. That's
Yeah,
15.
books are really heavy when there's a lot of them.
But we don't need the barrels
Saddle,
of beer.
Writing saddle.
Yes, we do.
In your inventory.
Need all of it. All the loot.
The tombs.
Okay, it was the barrels, but I don't know why only one of them got put back
I'll
on
be
the
right back.
sheet. There should have been 15, so 14 of them just disappeared.
I don't know. I didn't do that, so go ahead and change it.
Rip.
I can't change the number of items.
What? No, put it in your character sheet and then change the number. You should be able to do that. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. And that fixes my encumbrance problem, so that was the issue.
Are you guys not going to carry those? You're not going to take them? You left them?
We will take them later when we have a cart and a whole bunch of ponies or
Okay.
horses, because it's impossible for us to actually carry that stuff, even with all the bags holding and stuff.
Yeah. Alright, what's next?
Oh, nice. When I took the breastplate, it automatically equipped it on me, so all of a sudden I've got all these spell failure chances and stuff going on here. But there we go.
That's all according to Secret's plan. She got you.
To weigh him down, and you can't cast.
Yeah.
How'd the small breastplate get on me all of a sudden?
Is it magic?
It's
It
the
is
raven.
magic. It's magic.
Caw, caw.
Okay, I think we are good with the treasure. That's all being cleared up.
Well, in that room.
I'll be right back.
I'm not complaining.
I know you're not. Zarky likes stuff.
It hasn't been really good stuff for me yet, though, but that's okay.
Dude, you've had
This
like
longbow
the
would
really
well, no,
good
it wouldn't have been
theme
useful for you because
a
you don't have
long
strength.
time.
Right. That's why I said it's okay.
It's okay.
He actually
If
has
I'm
two
not,
really
like,
good things.
jumping all over the loot.
Yeah, 2 now.
He's
yeah.
got the because he's also
Two?
got that really well. You have that longsword or whatever too, don't you? Or something. You have a Fabane sword as well. You don't use it very often, but it's pretty good
No,
too.
I don't.
I think you did. I
Unless
think you got it at the
got
same time as you got the
during a
bow.
session I wasn't here. No, there's no sword.
Okay.
I just got the bow.
You guys did get a sword, but I think you sold that.
Oh, okay. We just sold
I
it.
got a
Mhm.
sword. It was like a
Because the
plus
skeleton
one
was
short
fighting
sword.
with it.
Yeah, I thought I remember there being a Fabane sword, but we might have sold.
I'm back.
Alright, where
Is that all the
to-
stuff?
Well, there's more rooms to search, so we just haven't got to it yet.
Okay, then let's get to that room.
Like I said, the two main ones, I think. We haven't searched this one either over here very much. We just looked into it, but this one is like a library or something, so there might be more information there. And then this one we haven't even opened yet. So
Okay, Pick doesn't think there are traps, and it's not locked.
Okay, let's have a look inside.
Woof! When you open the door,
Woof.
the smell comes out. Wire cages hang from rafters of this chamber. The floor beneath is splattered with droppings. Sacks of seed are stacked near the door. The cage doors stand open and are empty, but for a sprinkling of feathers.
Oh, they kept chickens inside.
Not
That's weird.
chickens. You think these were for
Maybe chickens.
pigeons.
Oh, okay, pigeons.
Albanius is pretty sure it was chickens as well.
This
Well, I guess
looks
in all
like
its
a
nature, looking at the
messenger.
feathers.
Yeah.
I actually was first immediately thinking maybe it was like something related with the ravens or whatever.
Yep, the feathers look like pigeon feathers when you guys get a good look at them.
There's no pigeon corpses, though, right?
That is correct.
I wonder if these Spriggans ate the pigeons. Because everywhere else, animals were just left in their pens and stuff. So this is.
I don't know. They were
different.
cooking something. Maybe that was pigeon meat.
Well, let's see what they were cooking. I look in the pot.
All right. Yes.
Do I
you
see
do
people?
see pigeon meat. Somehow you figure that out.
Okay.
Probably because you see like maybe a feather or something and a foot chopped off next to the pot.
Ew.
So they were.
There's probably
They were eating
bones
the
too.
pigeons.
Yeah.
That's fine.
gross.
Pigeon
I don't
is a
eat
delicacy
food.
in some places.
Yeah, you don't eat food apparently.
I'm Zarky. I don't need food. I have Ring of Sustenance.
Yeah, apparently nobody
Where's
wants
the
to
Food is
see
for
what their
weak
food
mortals.
looks like before it was prepared. Alright. Other than that, you do not detect anything else in this room.
Aside, well, I mean, it's kind of icky, but is there anything that can be found? Like maybe a message that never got sent?
Nope, you don't find anything else.
Oh,
in
yeah,
this
maybe.
room.
Okay. Let's check out these other rooms then. The ones we ran past.
Alright. Alright, so you guys go to the next room.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
These quarters are now a chaos of broken furniture and scattered parchments. It looks like it might have been some sort of library or study.
Oh, look through all the notes and stuff then.
Okay.
Yep, start looking through them. Helping Tasha.
Go ahead and roll perceptions.
Somebody's been putting points in perception.
Mm-hmm.
I have points in perception. I don't have good wisdom, and I only have a couple points in it. Where is that? So I only have a +2.
Well, thankfully Zarky's with you guys because he helps. He helps.
I always like seeing things.
Alright. Your guess is that probably the Spriggans destroyed this because who would do this to such a lovely place? But you start searching through the scattered parchments to reveal only mundane correspondences between the colony and Rostov. There are a number of mentions of conflicts with the Noman Centaur tribe, but nothing to hint at what had befallen the village. Zarky, though, locates an intact page, or pages, so to say, torn from one of the books. However, you, Zarky, cannot read the writings on this book. These pages.
Here, let me
You
see
do
if I
find
can
them
read.
interesting because
I'll
they...
show it to them.
Albanius looks at it. It says, "Nope, I can't read it either."
Oh,
wait.
dang.
Well,
Oh,
okay.
boy.
I mean, if you just look at them, then yeah. Do you try anything though?
I only
That's
have-
the real question.
I only have common, so I know I can't read it. I'm assuming it's because it's a language that Zarky couldn't speak, and if he doesn't speak it, then I don't speak it either.
Maybe there's more to it.
Okay, well, I try to read it. Is it in a language that I don't understand? Or is it like only paladins can read it?
Only paladin.
You don't think
It's the paladin's secret language.
you don't think it's a
It's
Right.
in Paladin.
language? I mean, it's a language, but it's not a language. It looks more like formulas.
It's an enigma wrapped in a mystery.
Oh, okay, maybe it's a
Magical
spell
So wait,
book.
I didn't recognize the formulas?
It's
that
probably
would
a
be why.
spell book, so you need read magic. Or spellcraft.
Give it to Tasha.
Well, I'm like, yep, I can't read this either.
I can't read it either. Here, you try. Alright, Tasha, you cast Read Magic, and lo behold, you have 6 pages from a spellbook. The spellbook pages contain Bear's Endurance, Comprehend Languages, Flaming Sphere, Keen Edge, Mount, and Tiny Hut.
Well, 2 of those are transmutations.
Mm-hmm. Good for Tasha.
A tiny hut.
That's a good spell. Good for sleeping.
Made by one
So I'm going to
Morgan
throw
King.
those in the party sheet so that you have them.
Mordenkainen. They don't exist in this universe.
Well, his spells got over here somewhere. I mean, you use
Alright.
Tasha's hideous laughter, don't you?
Is that the first wizard's
Yeah, it's
book
your
I've
hideous
given you
laughter.
guys? And it's
That's
not
right.
even a book. It's only 6 pages. Well, technically,
I
more
found
than 6
one
pages.
under a tree back at 1st or 2nd level.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, they really don't give you a whole lot, do they? It's fine.
Well, these are ones I don't have except for comprehend languages, so
That's
I'm
nice.
happy with that.
Yeah.
I just need to spend some money to put them in my book.
But yeah, other than that, in this room you do not find any evidence of what has happened to Varnhold. But you did confirm that they were having troubles with the Noman tribe, the Centaur tribe.
Yeah.
What is the last entry we can find in any of these books? That might give us a rough idea of when this happened.
There isn't anything that's going to give you that info.
Like a week ago, a month ago, a year ago?
The game master's telling you that even if you find the last page, it's not going to give you any insight on what happened here. And the conflicts about the Centaur tribe are not in depth. Most of the information is just about basic city operations and reports to Rostov and Rostov reporting back to them.
But they didn't date anything, so you don't know when
Well, that's why I'm like,
roughly the record stopped. I guess we kind of already know like a rough timeline, maybe.
Yeah, the record stopped about almost 2 to 3 weeks ago. Just maybe over 2 weeks.
oh, okay. No,
Okay.
that's
But you
all I
guys
was
already
looking
knew
for.
that. But
I'm
you
good
guys
with
already
that.
knew that.
Well,
So
we
I
knew
thought
that's
you were
when the
looking for new
communication stopped,
information.
but
yeah.
The player may have just forgotten that we had that information.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, just roughly about like over 2 weeks ago, everybody lost contact with Varnhold, and
Okay.
the Sword Lords were concerned and felt to send you since you were the closest neighbors.
And naturally, the Baroness and her court went to check on this rather than sending
Right.
minions to do it.
Like rather than
You know.
hiring a company of adventurers or something.
We are adventurers after all.
Well, that's why I was
But
saying it'd be funny
we
if
miss
we all
it.
took leadership, and then like our cohorts are now the adventurers that our
Send the cohorts.
leaders would have and
Oh,
go like,
dear.
yeah, like
So you want to
explore.
play two
So-
characters?
Adventure do their thing.
So going forward, we just play our cohorts.
Right.
that's like playing in hard mode though, because we'd be running in with like lower level characters.
Yeah,
Feels
you
like
will be
Star
lower.
Trek,
Right.
where you always send down the bridge crew.
Well, that's
It's
what
hard
feelings are
mode, but it's
for,
more
right?
believable that the like the more powerful characters they sit in their kingdom, and because like random like search parties get killed all the time.
So what you do is you sit in your lovely castle and you scry on them, and then when they all die, then you can go to where they died at and continue the adventure. And then get new cohorts.
Yeah, but then you take penalties to your leadership score when your cohorts die.
Oh, well, you know. Sacrifices have to be made. It could have been you dying, you know?
I'll learn
Anyway.
the clone spell, then nobody will ever know.
There you go.
Oh yes, clone.
I just keep cloning my cohorts.
Simucrulum or whatever it's called.
Oh, or Simulectum,
No,
yeah,
clone.
that's right.
Yeah.
Well, Simulacrum is like the lower one that doesn't actually really make a clone. But clone, the spell itself, oh man, that is a powerful spell. Only reason my wizard from Rise of the Runelords didn't ever like go into it is because it's in his opposition school. But the temptation there was pretty high.
Oh, yeah.
Prolonging your life by like hundreds of years.
But remember, we ran into one of the rune lords one of the rune lord's minions was doing that and found that every time he cloned himself, it wasn't quite perfect, and it degraded
Kept
over
getting...
time.
Yep.
Every copy was
that's the
worse
thing
than
is
the
that
previous.
you can't escape death, but you can prolong it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you guys go to the next room, the last
Yeah.
room. Okay. The last room, the only hint that this room once housed the leader of Varnhold is the large map on the Nomen Heights tacked on the wall. The map has been torn to shreds, and the other bedroom furnishings are similarly ruined or else missing. Go ahead and roll perception for the room.
Perception. Yeah, being a lich has its own problem. But is
Ooh.
arguably the coolest form of
Sometimes
immortality.
lucky.
Zarky goes up to
Sarky
the
sees
map,
everything.
and he's kind of starting to, like, reconstruct the map. And after he does so... One second here.
He puts the map back together and reconstructs the symbol of death.
Oh, it gets even
That's right.
stranger than that. Doing so allows the PCs to fill in all of the terrain details and non-hidden encounter areas within 2 hexes of Varnhold, as well as the hex containing the Nomen tribe. Consider these hexes
We found 'em.
explored by the PCs, although any unvisited encounter areas must be resolved by the actual trip to those areas. And you guys are awarded the normal 100 XP reward for
Yep,
each
we
new
did it,
hex
boys and
added
girls.
to your map.
We found the next.
We're so good.
The way to the next part of the plot.
The next hex?
Yeah, we go to talk to the centaurs, possibly give them their bow back.
I was pretty sure that this all was leading up to they probably wants us to find this clan of centaurs. And well, now we know where they are, so it's like, oh, there it is. Our path laid out for us.
At least we don't have to pathfind. It's laid out.
But you did find the path. You're a Pathfinder.
Okay. Well, you guys aren't. I found it. Mwahaha.
Sure, that's what you do, Zarky.
Okay, of how many hexes did it say? By 2?
Okay, but if we're gonna go talk to these centaurs, something I need to know about them. Are all the
Oh, no.
centaurs? Do they all look like that illusion you had, or are, like, some of them like half down a different different line? Like, are there some that are human top, or like that are horse top and then human bottom? Are there some that are like?
That is a great question.
Are there some that are like left right? Left right centaurs?
I entertain Albanius's thought, and I will silent image what he is describing.
Which one are you doing? The left right or the reverse centaur?
The reverse centaur.
Reverse.
The reverse centaur. Yeah, so there's ones that look like that, right? Yeah.
I don't think so, but it was a vivid image that you conjured in my mind, and I felt the need to bring it to life.
BoJack Horseman?
Yeah, basically.
Exactly.
BoJack Horseman is a reverse centaur, I'd say.
Alright.
So these centaurs, do the notes make any information about what the underlying conflict is? Do the centaurs consider this area their ancestral hunting grounds, or did the Varnhold do something that antagonized them in some way?
Fortunately, none of that information seems to be in this documentation that you're finding.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just hoping that we can find some
Maybe-
way to come to
I
a
just
peaceful
realized-
resolution with them.
We haven't gone down the stairs yet, so maybe there's stuff
No,
down
that's
there.
right. I suspect
Down
that
the
whatever the
stairs.
first level stuff is going to still be there.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably nothing that'll answer any of the questions down there, but, you know, maybe. There's a slight chance.
So what are you doing?
Going down the stairs.
Go to the stairs.
Oh, okay. You go downstairs. Oh yeah, there's more building that you guys technically didn't look at.
There's the whole first floor.
It's the whole first floor. Alright, I'll reveal that. And I'll move your tokens down here. Okay, you make your way down the stairs and you find yourself in like a hallway, and there's 4 doors that you could possibly go through.
Albanius, choose the door.
This one.
Okay. Pick will check to see if it's
Oh, should have pick the
locked.
door.
It is not locked. It is not trapped. Okay, I
I
gotta
guess Albania's?
pull up your guys' map really quick here. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Well, yeah, we'll just assume he opens it.
Bam. Wait. It didn't distribute correctly.
A little tiny experience.
Oh my god, I hate this system.
We need more experience, man. We need to
Why
hit
didn't I do
level
it?
frickin' 8. That is a big
Oh,
level
sneezing.
for me. That is such a big level for me.
Did it do it? There it goes. Okay. So that's the free XP for exploring hexes you haven't explored yet.
Yay.
Alright, you guys open up this door to peer into the room. And this bunkhouse holds bunks for dozens of individuals and has hooks on the walls for their clothing and equipment. Other than that, it is empty.
Okay.
It does look like the Spriggans were using it, as it's kind of tossed a bit, but not destroyed.
Uses for what? Just like
To
living?
sleep in? Yeah.
Okay. It's got the Spriggan smell.
Yeah. And the beds aren't made.
Alright, next door.
Pine-scented.
Pine Spriggan scent.
Alright, Pick
Instead of
doesn't
pine
think
sprig.
this is trapped or locked.
And we open it.
Alright, this chamber contains a bed, a chest of drawers, and a sparring dummy, and seems to have been searched thoroughly. But it looks like whoever lived in this room liked to practice his art of fighting, apparently, because he has a sparring dummy. It's kind of like a stripper pole in somebody's room. You know, we're just practicing, that's all.
Okay.
If you say so.
I know, right?
Let's see here.
You do not detect any magic.
Well, yep, there's nothing in there, then move on to the next door.
Alright. Pick does not think it's trapped or locked.
Open it.
Alright. A large number of weapons and suits of armor are stored here. The gear seems to have been rifled around through, but not thoroughly searched. This room has been left largely unmolested, as the weapons are not sized correctly for Spriggans. Hanging from the racks and packed in the chests are 12 suits of padded armor, a masterwork breastplate, 7 light wooden shields, 20 spears, 3 short swords, 2 hand axes, a short bow, 2 long bows, 4 light crossbows, 2 heavy crossbows, 1 morning star that looks really nice, 200 arrows, and 220 crossbow bolts.
Look at the morning star. I instinctively know to hand it to Tasha.
The morning star detects as magical.
Woo!
You know that this is just a +1 medium morning star. Deirdre would have wanted that, I think.
Oh, toss it in the bag. It's magical. It's the only thing in this armory that we want.
Well, there was the masterwork item as well that we might as well take. Ultimately, I think if
Now take
it
note
comes
that
to
morning
it, we
stars
can-
have piercing, so you don't really want to just throw it into a bag of holding.
We can wrap it in something.
I'll just carry it, I guess.
You can do that too.
Always find that
Well-
funny.
well,
The bag of holding
anthropomorphic
deal.
animal,
The deal breaker is
um,
piercing.
Well, anthropomorphic animal CJ and teach him to use martial weapons or like a certain kind, and then
Oh dear.
he can go around being like a Ninja Turtle.
Isn't Morning Star simple?
Morningstar is simple. I believe it is simple, so CJ could just use it if he were able to.
That's why
grasp
Deirdre
weapons.
used
Oh
it,
my God.
actually, was because it was a simple weapon.
CJ is not becoming a Ninja Turtle. I don't think.
Ninja Tortoise?
It's not your
Samurai
choice.
Tortoise.
You're not the one who can cast the spell.
Oh dear.
And besides, once he becomes anthropomorphic, he does gain some intelligence, so he might just decide that he likes it. And then who are you to tell sentient CJ what to do?
Yeah, I guess. I have to find a new pet.
But yeah, we take the Morning Star, we put something around it so that it's not like all pokey.
Alright. You gonna take any of the other weapons? Or Masterwork
Just
breastplate?
the Masterwork breastplate. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, let me throw that in there. There you go.
Then everything else
Stock
can
up
stay
on
in
your
here.
your crossbow bolts and arrows and stuff.
Well, whenever
Yeah,
we actually
minor
get a
things.
real militia at my place, we can use this stuff.
Well,
Assuming
if
we don't
Varnhold is
find,
never coming back,
I was gonna say, assuming Varn isn't coming back, which
Yeah,
who knows?
kind of taking all this
Maybe
shit.
after all of this, we'll save him and his whole town, and then I just have to give all the stuff back.
maybe, yeah.
You could just
Okay.
this isn't something Albanius would suggest, but you could always just be like, oh, we went there and didn't find anything.
Didn't find anything.
Yeah.
It must have been looted
I'm
by
all-
Spriggans.
Oh no!
I'm all for
But we
good
did kill the
relationships.
Spriggan.
That doesn't
neighbors.
sound like something a paladin would say.
That's why he's probably not
Right, that's why I
saying
said Albanius didn't say that. I say that I prefaced that with I'm saying that out of character.
Maybe he is just
I thought it was an
expressing the
in-character thing.
Yeah,
art of
I
deception.
didn't
say
In
that,
character-
right.
In character, Albanius likes to say that he's like, this is out of character, but and then he says something and like, thanks, Albanius.
Albania says, if I wasn't a paladin, I might consider doing these things.
Yeah, Albanius likes to roleplay, so he
Yeah.
says, like, if this would be out of my character, but
I'm going to go into this other room now. Make sure you don't steal all that stuff while I'm away.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. This is why Albanius and Zarky can be friends.
I had a paladin try to pull that in one of my games, and I was like really upset. I was gonna talk to him about it the next game, but luckily he quit and didn't continue playing. But they were in Reign of Winter, and there was like a cloud. I can't remember what kind of cloud it was, but I had a cloud up, and he was like, I'll just go into the cloud while you guys do whatever you want, you know, in other words, murder something that was surrendering. It's like,
Yeah, it's
you can't just do
it's
that.
a little
Like,
bit
you
hard.
know
Yeah.
what they're doing. You wouldn't just be okay with it, you know?
Yeah, you have to have the party take the initiative on that one and have them find a way to get you to leave
Get you
without
leave it.
your character having any reason to suspect. Yeah, you can't just be like,
Right.
I will not. I don't know. You gotta. It sometimes
You
it's
gotta
super
roleplay
obvious
your
what they're
paladin,
doing. You
you know?
kind of. Yeah, you kind of. It's like, well, obviously your paladin knows what's going on. Like maybe Albanius doesn't in a lot of cases though, because he's got a wisdom of 9 and intelligence
Kind
of
of
7.
oblivious.
He's
yeah.
not very. He's not very smart. But yeah.
I mean, Zarky Vale is next to the ocean, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty sure that's an ocean.
Okay, so what now?
It looks like there's at least one other room.
yep, the one to the south.
Alright, Pick checks the door. The door has like firing. Wait, am I looking at the right room? Oh, that's not that door. Pick doesn't think the door is trapped, and it's not locked.
Okay, we opened the door.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, so this looks like a strong room, as it seems like there are like firing loops to look out.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Other than that, there's like nothing really in here. Maybe there's like a bench or two, but that's about it. You do notice that this door is barred shut from the inside, which you guys are inside, so that's easy.
So I'm suspecting this one, the door on the right, to be a guard room of some description, and then the door on the left just goes into this hallway.
Who knows?
So we'll go check out the store on the right.
Alright,
Alright.
Pick does not think it's trapped or locked.
Have a look.
Look, guys, another way you could have come in. Through the well! This chamber contains a small well and several full water barrels to provide a secondary water supply in case the stockade falls to attackers. 20 buckets are stacked against the south wall. Oh, lol. If you guys tried to smoke the Spriggans out, they would put these buckets on their heads.
Okay.
Just in case.
I think I'm not surprised that they have something on that because that's a common thing that I could see a lot of parties tried.
Smoking things out.
If they realize there's Spriggans in this building, they'd be like, let's smoke them out. Like a lot of times people want to do that with caves too. They're like, we'll smoke them out of the cave.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, as long as it's one with only one entrance, though. Like sometimes smoke might just if it's ventilated enough, then it just doesn't matter. It doesn't work.
So the well itself looks, I don't know how you noticed, but it's about 40 feet deep, but there's water 20 feet deep down. And out of
Okay.
character, it actually connects to the outside well, so if you really wanted to try to come in through the well, it would have worked.
To be honest, I would never have thought of that in like a million years.
You would have to swim and hold breaths and stuff, but hey.
But why would you even think that, that was like?
Because
don't
you're
know why
a
you would
party of
even consider
Undins
that.
or mermaids, damn it. That's why. Yeah, if you guys were a bunch
Let's
of
just,
mermaids, you might have
finish
actually
last
thought about it.
Yeah, after the 7 years it took us to flop from our city to the city overland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we rode horses here.
Yeah, you can ride
I
horses.
guess that's true.
It's side saddle, you know, it's fine. So you move
Fish
the bar
on horses.
from the door. And this just looks to be like an entryway. So you don't really see anything.
Also, at this level, Finn's Defeat is like a spell that you could just cast.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a level 3. It's a level 3 wizard spell, and it lasts hours per level. So
Yep, we had Araxi doing that.
Mm-hmm. That's what I should do. I should make like a little short homebrew where you guys are all mermaids. The Mermaid Adventure.
I don't want to play a mermaid.
Okay.
Where it'll be like 100%
What's wrong with you?
on land.
it's in my element.
Well, it looks like
Yeah.
that's everything, right? We've covered every.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
you found all that there is to be found here.
At least we think we have. Dun dun dun.
That still doesn't tell us what happened to everybody here.
What is CJ doing in that stable?
We
Hiding.
left them behind.
He
Yeah.
couldn't
Oh.
He's
climb.
hiding.
He couldn't climb up the like up this
The rope.
the freaking rope. So we're like, all right, we'll just leave him behind. We'll come back for him.
Well, like, it doesn't tell us what happened here, but maybe the Gnomon can tell us.
Yeah, I think that's the way forward right now.
Then we should probably start thinking about making haste there.
Oh gosh. Now this is where like the adventure upsets me because they still expect you to kingdom build.
I want a kingdom build.
Right, but if you're making haste to places because you feel the urgency, then you can't kingdom build, right? Because you have to be in your
That's
kingdom
true.
to kingdom build.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's a mystery that has occurred that could influence us, and if nothing else, there's people that might be in danger. I don't see why you wouldn't try
Right.
to resolve it.
Right, and that's where I find this adventure just strange because suddenly we're going from like sandbox to railroads, but they still expect you to sandbox. I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna juggle it. I guess I mean I think I'd rather just go with the urgency, the stuff you guys are planning on doing. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out how they expect us to continue kingdom building.
I don't know.
Well, maybe at some
Whatever
point we'll
works.
hit a spot. At some point we'll hit a spot where we'll be able to go back, or like where we want to go back even to like research something maybe. In a few
Maybe.
levels, we might have access to teleportation and stuff like that too, which will make it a lot easier.
So are they expecting us to just instantly claim Varmhold as our own?
No, they're not expecting you to do anything. You do what you want to do, and I will provide the consequences of what you do.
Okay, let's go to New Minera. I heard there's cool stuff up there.
I mean, if that's what you want to do. But yeah, they don't actually expect you guys to do anything. It's just the way the book's written is like, here's a bunch of parts, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and part 1's all the kingdom building stuff, and then the other stuff is pretty much railroad. And it's like, once you start on the railroad, I don't see how I get you guys back to the kingdom building. So I think the kingdom building's probably going to have to happen after you guys kind of resolve some of this stuff, because yeah, I wouldn't just sit there and be like, well, all these people are missing. We have a clue of where we might get more information, but let's worry about that in a couple of months or something. That doesn't make sense. So yeah, it makes total sense to probably go. I did put the map in the party sheet. Looks like you guys grabbed it. Yeah, so you guys have a map of the area. And I did put a big circle on the map indicating the hexes that are considered explored. So everything within that circle is explored. However, they still have things within them, I guess. And then the
That was actually one of the things that I was a little bit hesitant about. It says they're all explored except for the hidden stuff, which technically to me means they're not explored because we'd have to go there anyway to look for the stuff that isn't on the map.
If there's anything
If
hidden,
we were to do that.
right? But not
Yeah.
all hex has hidden things. There's really not that many hidden things. So
But
yeah,
we don't know that until we go
Right.
and check every hex.
right. But for the sake of XP, I guess it's just to get XP early.
I think my understanding is there's probably some stuff that can trigger from you walking through it, and that stuff might happen anyway on your way to another hex.
Yeah.
I think it's just supposed to say don't count the events as having been triggered from going to the hex, even though they haven't explored. That's what I'm taking that to mean.
Where's the
Depends.
centaurs?
Yeah, I'm working on that right now. LMNOP P over here. Okay, where are you guys? So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. At the end of the arrow, I'll put a thing over there. Wait, no. This
So
this
that
one right
they're
here.
a ways away.
Mm-hmm. I imagine you guys are gonna probably rest before you head out, but yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get all our resources back.
I think that's reasonable.
So the funny I just want to tell you guys this because it's kind of funny. It's not something. Well, maybe you could discover it, but you know the Spriggan down in the well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a prank gone wrong.
Okay.
It's like it's funny. It's just a prank gone wrong. I found it funny when I first read that. I was like, how are they ever gonna know that? Well, let's give them time. Maybe they'll
Yeah,
find
accidental
out.
death, that's hilarious.
They put in a lot of stuff like that that's difficult to find. Maybe somebody used to speak with dead.
Maybe. Yeah, you probably could have done that.
Maybe somebody has. I mean, this. I guess they didn't exist back then. But if you're playing one of those psychic classes that you can get a lot of information like that. So they include a lot of that stuff for if we have a very inquisitive party that's able to find a lot of information.
Well, if we had Speak with Dead, for instance.
Yeah, that was the first example
Yeah.
I said.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
Talk with
totally.
the Spriggan at the bottom of the well, and then he'd be like, he would tell the story about
I got
prank gone
pranked.
wrong or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, I gotta admit, it was a pretty good prank. We're like, yeah, but you're dead. And he's like, yeah, I know, but it was a good prank,
It was
so
a good prank.
I can't really complain about it too much.
I got duped.
Yeah, they got me. It was pretty good. I was impressed.
All right. So yeah, you guys will probably rest. I don't know where you want to rest at.
I think the fortress is the most reasonable place.
They have houses in Varnhold. We could, uh, we can choose one of those. Kind of like help put it enough back together that it can serve as a little temporary lodging.
Right, just find one of the buildings that's in better condition. Clean it up a bit.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do that. I'll go ahead and rest you guys, and you guys can prepare your spells for the day. Set the clock forward. New day. And then I got the token up for where the tribe is.
Okay. So, how do you feel about diplomatizing the tribe, Zoo?
Well,
Here's the bow in case you think that its return might help.
Actually, it's in my inventory.
it's probably the best, yeah, like thing we've got to secure diplomatic relations.
Is there any way we can find out more about how their like their customs and stuff? I guess not unless we're going to leave and
Knowledge.
come back later.
Yeah, like knowledge nature and a knowledge history might get you some information.
Give me a second. Too many windows. Yep, I know a lot. Tell me all the information.
Yeah, Tasha, she don't know. She having a hard time really coming to any conclusions. I mean, you've heard of centaurs and you've heard of tribes, and maybe you heard that name before, but like nothing's linking together. Zerky, you might not even be paying attention. He's probably looking at all the pearls and gems and stuff.
That's true. I'm like, how much did you say this one's worth? And how much did you say this one's worth? That's Zarky.
Pick doesn't have either roles. Does
Oh
anyone
wait, I
else
can
have nature
appraise
or
with
history?
my. I'm thinking how much I can smuggle it for. Go fish.
Okay. Any histories? Any more? Any other roles?
Go fish.
That's all I got.
All right, Zoo. The Noman tribe is an offshoot of the mighty Relshakas, also known as Thundering Hooves, that once roamed the northern Kasmar steeps by the tens of thousands. In the distant past, the branch destined to become the Nomans migrated northwest into the fringes of Avestan, eventually coming into conflict with the indigenous tribes that would one day form the nation of Brevoy. The Nomans follow a tribal tradition that they... Okay, you don't know that part. Nobody figured that part out. The Nomans are a matriarchal society led by a war priestess, a centaur dedicated to the worship of Desma in an aspect they call Moon Mother, or Mother Moon. Man, I'm doing dyslexic things right now. Hold on. Due to heavy losses among their warrior males while fighting in the Taldan Phalanx and Horse generations earlier, and a preponderance of female births, the great majority of the Nomans are females, who now comprise their principal warrior class. Though males are allowed among their numbers, they represent a much smaller portion. Males are instead encouraged to take up the bow as hunters, a much safer profession, in order to prevent their potential loss in battle. The loss of enough males would spell the doom of the entire tribe, as it could no longer reproduce in viable numbers.
Okay.
So they're looking for people to mate with.
No.
I'm
Maybe.
not sure that's what
at
she
all.
said. But if that's the way you want to interpret it.
So to
They're
break
just
it
pretending
down,
Well, if they're low.
male.
to break it down, they're a tribe that broke off from another tribe called the Thundering Hooves, and they migrated north and had to deal with wars and what are they calling this? The Taldan Army of Exploration. So they had a conflict with the Taldan Army of Exploration.
Yeah. Back when Taldan was expansionistic.
Mm-hmm. And then over time, their tribe just became more females than not. So that's all that was about. But if they did lose their males, they might just, the tribe might just fall apart altogether. But
Yeah, they still need to protect their male.
They're also
Yeah,
worshippers of Desna.
yes.
And that's good. Desna's a pretty popular goddess here, and
Yes.
fairly mild-mannered.
I don't know if it matters or not, but it says in an aspect they call Mother Moon. I don't know much about Desna.
Well, that's what they refer to
associated
her
with the
as.
night. Yeah.
They probably don't call her Desna. They call her Mother Moon.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they focus more on her, the night and moonlight aspect of.
Dreams? I think she's the goddess of dreams? Or am I mistaken?
Desna is, let's see.
All I know
It's like
about
travel
Desna
and
is
stars.
butterflies. That's all I really know.
Yeah, I know travel is a big thing.
No, you're right. Dreams, luck, stars, and travels.
Those are all nice things.
But the good thing is that Desna is a good deity, which hopefully means that these centaurs are open to the diplomacy might actually
Peace.
be easy.
Well, she's chaotic good,
Yep, category.
right? So they could be chaotic neutral.
Correct.
But let us see if we can enlist their help. I'm sure they're not shedding any tears about Varnhold's disappearance, but we'll see what they have to say.
Yeah.
So the next day we'll pack up and head out.
Yep.
Aww.
To the
We need to make a
next
city
hex.
here. And do city building.
I'm thinking that we will get the opportunity to do so.
This place is very well defensible. With like the backup well for water and the mountains around the backside. Very good.
Alrighty. You guys, what's our plan of action today?
We're gonna go to the next hex.
Make Varnhold great again?
Yes.
Go to the next hex here. We might as well take the time to explore it, right? If we haven't found all the hidden things in it.
That's up to you. No, I should get that map open. Alright. So you may learn that this map is a little less of stuff because perhaps it's already been somewhat explored and dealt with from the Varnhold group when they were settling. So when you spend a day to fully explore the hex, you guys don't find anything.
Okay.
And you'll probably camp, and
Yep, camp.
the next day rolls over.
Go to this
Exactly.
hex.
Camp.
Which needs to be explored, because it's not even within the area that the map
It
gives.
is. If the circle goes through it,
Oh.
then it's
Even just a
2
little tiny-
hexes out. Yeah.
Alright, well, let's explore it anyway, just to see if we find any hidden things.
Okay.
Explore. Perception. I explore. Are we still doing that?
Yeah.
Yep.
I need to order food soon. Saturday's my order Chinese food day.
I thought that was Fridays.
No, I stopped doing it Fridays. I like doing it during D&D.
Mm-hmm. Okay. A number of strange furrows scar the grass in this area, disrupted here and there by sinkhole-like depressions and mounds of earth and soil. Roll knowledge, arcana, or survival. Oh man. Really? Oh, we have a Zarky survival.
I rolled a
Zarky
decent survival.
Alright, Zarky correctly identifies the drifts and furrows as evidence of boulette activity.
No.
And so you guys
Okay, I don't
can
know
either
what that is.
choose to go through these nests, or
I know that
avoid
it's
it.
not intuitive, but I think it's actually pronounced billet.
Okay, that's fine.
But I know what a billet is, and they are...
La-
Oh man!
Oh,
Land shark.
man.
That's
Will
a...
they be letting us
Yeah,
go peacefully?
It's not a particularly dangerous thing to our party, but man, like... Oh, like, it's such a fun monster to, like, use
Did we
on
fight one
relatively
earlier?
new parties, and
Not in this
they're really
campaign.
scary.
Well,
Okay. I know I've fought one in Pathfinder before, though.
Mm-hmm.
they have a particular. They like the taste of a particular humanoid race that we might or might not
Yeah.
have in our group at the moment.
Don't say gnome. Really?
So you can
I didn't make my roll.
choose to to like avoid this or go through the hex, and it's up to you.
Well, you want to go around it? I mean, if we wander through, we're going to get attacked, so I think it might be in our interest to avoid it. Any thoughts?
Sure, that's fine. Avoid the fun.
Alright, so you're gonna take a different hex? Perhaps this one instead?
Sure.
Okay. Alright, so as soon as you guys see evidence of that, you're like, no. Let's not. And then you start heading south. Um,
Hey,
do
wait.
you
That's
choose
another
to?
critter I can put inside my zoo.
Oh dear.
And go capture it. We can come back
How do you
later.
stop something that can burrow?
Do you choose to explore this hex?
Might as well.
Okay, go ahead and roll your perceptions.
We must explore every hex, no hexceptions.
Alright, just keeping you on your toes of rolling. There is nothing in this hex. And it is the next day. As you guys camp, rest, and get ready to move on to the next hex, that should be the tribe.
Yep. Alright, yep, so I just gotta talk him. I gotta talk him into being friends with us. Do I know if like centaurs have their own language or they just kind of speak regional dialects?
They typically speak Sylvan and then whatever regional dialect they might have picked up.
Alright, we're good then.
I was like, oh no, I don't speak it. Deirdre spoke Sylvan.
You know, these centaur are half whatchamacallit.
Horse or
They're
human?
they're 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 bestial. They're half beast, half yeah, like humanoid, so I'm gonna go as my true form.
It's an interesting thought.
Alright, so what is your plan of approach of this hex? Are you just walking up and just strutting your way in, or tell me how you are going about this?
Uh,
I
I don't
have my
know. Sounds
banner
like
of
we're not
Shaylin attached to
sneaking.
my glaive and have it out in. Yes, I'm gonna look very valiant, or try to. And we're just gonna confidently walk into their encampment or whatever. I
It'll help
assume.
actually if 'cause Tasha, you speak Sylvan too, right?
I do.
I think
Um,
I speak Sylvan.
I think it'd be
I'm a gnome.
important to
No, wait,
tell
that's
them
not right.
first that like you are our matriarch, basically, our ruler. That might like win us bonus points because they're matriarchal.
Okay. I'm gonna
And
look
then
for
you
the
know
trap.
I'm your advisor diplomat, and I'll try to do most of the talking for you.
I'll definitely assist you.
Actually, Zarky probably does speak Sylvan. It is one of your starting languages.
It is okay. Then I speak Sylvan. I was thinking I did, and then I thought, wait, is that my other character?
Nah, you speak. You should.
I don't know.
Sylvan's a default language for gnomes. Actually, they get 3.
Perfect.
And then looks like we're taking the bow for now, and we're wrapping it up real nice.
Okay, well, it's on my character sheet, but
To
yeah,
yeah.
I will have it like ready to be
I
presented as like a
guess.
gift.
If
To
you
return to
wish,
them.
I would be more than happy to replace that bow when we get back.
I can
It doesn't
make
matter.
one even better than.
I already have a composite longbow, so I don't use it very often. I used it once actually. It was in last session to fire down. I missed with the only shot I fired with it, but before climbing down the ladder.
So you guys are just walking out in the open to the tribe.
I think any attempt at deception would undermine our negotiations.
Okay. All right. Then you guys move your way into the next hex, locating or attempting to locate the tribe. Before you are able to actually locate it, though, a warband consisting of 8 centaurs seem to be galloping towards you guys from the distance. The thunderous galloping charge accompanied by shrills of howls. Is there anything you guys want to do?
Well, I have my glaive out, and I'll just kind of stand with it, like held up with my banner of Shaylin, and just kind of wait and see what they do. But I'm not gonna like look. I'm not gonna like run up and attack them or anything. I'll just stand near the rest of the party to defend them.
Okay. They continue
How-
galloping in. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask Zoo if he had any thoughts on how we could diffuse the situation, since they are looking pretty aggressive.
I asked one of you guys that's more familiar with Desna. Do you remember what like her holy symbol looks like?
I think it's like a butterfly or something. Oh, okay. Let me see if Albanius knows. I actually have knowledge religion. Yep. I don't know. I might know because Desna is a
It's
common deity. It might be a low DC.
butterfly. Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be like it's a.
Maybe you could
I'm
make
pretty sure it's a. I'm pretty sure it's a butterfly of some sort, but I probably couldn't give. I couldn't like draw you it or anything.
maybe make an illusion
Yeah, I'm gonna
of a
conjure a
butterfly.
silent image of like a butterfly superimposed on like a moon.
Okay, you do that as they
Or like a
start
butterfly
to-
like fluttering like along a moon above like our head.
and they're galloping in and they start to circle around you guys, kind of like hooting and hollering and,
Yep.
and showing very proud statures and, waving their whatever weapon they have in the air, trying to just show like the dominance that they're in the position and you're not. And they circle around you guys.
Okay.
What was the name of this tribe again? Sorry.
No.
men.
I'll step forward and I'll call out in. Do they speak Sylvan? Common? Do we know what they speak?
Yeah, Sylvan.
We assume they speak
Okay.
Sylvan and possibly Common.
I'll start with Sylvan then. And I will say, proud Nomen, we are here on a diplomatic mission. We wish to speak with your matriarch to discuss matters of importance between our people. And I say it a lot better than I just did.
Yeah. Roll diplomacy if anybody wants
And
to
I'll
assist.
I'm gonna say something, yeah, like along with Tasha. I'm gonna like come up like, oh, it was a good roll. I'm gonna come up behind her so that she's still like in the front, as our leader. But Zoo says that fuck. Fuck. What was I gonna say?
Really?
That's
That
what
doesn't
Z
sound
says?
diplomatic.
Damn.
I always draw blanks like at these moments. I guess like instead of like saying my actual words, I do tell them that yes, like we want to entreat diplomatically with them, and that there is matters of great importance that we wish to discuss that concern what has happened to the the dangers present that have already consumed the um the settlement to the east that could pose dangers to other regions. Yeah, I'm gonna roll
Okay.
diplomacy with.
All right. Does anybody else want to speak and assist?
No, I know better than to speak right now.
I don't speak Sylvan, which is what this is going on, and so Albaeus is looking around, all confused.
You're getting confirmation about what centaurs look like now, though.
Yeah. Well, what some of them look like, I haven't ruled out that there aren't still left-right centaurs out there.
Right. Okay.
But I'm going to roll a sense motive in case I think they're about to attack, so I don't get caught in a surprise round.
Okay.
Or hopefully, at least.
All right.
I don't know.
It doesn't look like you guys' words are going so well, as they seem to indicate that humans are not welcome here.
Oh, but we're not human.
Who's human here?
I was gonna say,
Albanius?
who's human?
Yeah,
Just Albanius?
You're not in your human forms because you said you always travel in your human form.
No, they,
No, they
said
said
this
they
time that they're in their
Got
fox
out
forms.
on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can actually
Okay.
always tell because they're really good about changing the tokens up there in the top left.
Oh, the icons, yeah.
Yeah.
And well, they still say that. And they are referring to the civilization that you brought up to the west. And that they don't...
When they say that in Sylvan.
Yeah.
Friends of humans are no friends of ours.
And they don't appreciate their civilization, and they just don't seem to really be buying into what you guys are saying. In fact, it looks like they might be getting ready to attack or chase you off. Is there anything else you want to attempt?
Do you think an intimidation tactic might work with these people? A show of force will bring them respect?
I'm not sure.
Or a show of...
I do have intimidation.
something else.
Do you want us to whip it out right now?
That's up to you.
On the first meeting?
On the first go? Oh, man.
Phrasing.
That's... Yeah.
But right now, it doesn't look
Yeah,
like things
Albaeus,
are going so well.
I know somebody that got in trouble for that.
As a token of our goodwill, we have brought this to return to your
Hold on.
tribe. Oh, yep, go
Hold on.
ahead.
I'm going to conjure. I'm going to change the whatchamacallit, the silent image from going from the whatchamacallit. I'm going to change it from being the butterfly and the moon. Like they kind of like morph like into like the image of the bow. And I tell them that like
Does that require
we
you to
know
cast
the
another
location.
spell? Or can you actually do that? Because I didn't know you can change the image once you create it. Other than that, you might have to cast another spell. I was just curious because they might be able to spellcraft.
I mean, I could, but it doesn't change the fact that like we know what it looks like.
Okay, so you're not
'Cause I've seen
showing him we have your item. You're saying we've seen this.
No, I'm saying that like we know where this relic is, like and we would see it return to you, if only we could speak, you know, peacefully with you.
Okay. Revealing that information to them, you instantly bring them from unfriendly to friendly, and they are now willing to work with you.
Okay,
For
that's good.
returning.
And they express that they will lead you to the camp as long as you don't do any funny business.
No, you have our
Nothing
word.
funny with us. We're serious.
Except for some hideous laughter.
Yeah, I know. I glance at Zoo. Serious.
Okay. So you guys get led into the tribe village. And as you guys are arriving, your presence seems to disturb all the local centaurs in the tribe. But because none of you guys really look human, and
Except for Albanius.
except for Albanius, yes. But the rest of you guys don't, you're not really getting quite the reaction that you would have. Not only that, you're also being led by a group of 8 warriors. So they're really just more like onlookers, a little startled by your presence, but not really making anything of it. And you're taking the better guess that this tribe might consist of around 200 centaurs. A number of them are probably out hunting or patrolling, but there is a very good sizable amount here. So hostile actions are probably going to be against you. You guys are brought to one of the tents that are erected near the fire, a big fire pit that they have. And you're brought inside by one of the centaurs. And you see a centaur turned away from you guys as she seems to be looking upon an altar. And she kind of stays just in that position for a while after you guys are brought in. The centaur who brought you in seems to be patiently waiting. He doesn't announce or say anything. He just brings you guys in and patiently waits. Is there anything you are going to do?
Okay, well, I mean, I hail her and bow. And
The centaur next to you puts his hand up against you and says, "Shh."
okay, well then I'll patiently wait.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. Alright, so you guys wait it out. After about 2 minutes, she seems to complete whatever she was doing as she turns around and she looks a little irritated. And her eyes of irritation are mostly looking at Albanius. As she does look over the others, she just seems to be more irritated. You think that just the fact that you're human is bothering her. And the centaur who brought you in says to you guys, just a sec. Anyways, okay. He says to you guys to please explain to the priestess why you have come.
Okay, well, diplomatically, I will explain that uh, we were investigating the disappearance of all of the. Oh, that's cool. Disciplining this. We were investigating the disappearance of all of the people of the settlement to the east, and we found many disturbing clues there that could suggest that there is a danger, not just to them, but to a lot of to anyone living within near this area. And we don't know how it came to be there, but we did find a sacred relic of your Nomen tribe.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys want to roll some diplomacies, and what else would you like to add, as she does seem to be remaining silent as she's hearing you out?
I guess I'll tell her about some of the
I don't have that.
dangers we're concerned about. That this whole settlement seems to have just disappeared, not killed. There's no trace of any humans or people that were living there being killed. Spriggans moved in seemingly after all of this disappearance. And it seems that they had they were investigating something themselves, something about a bracelet that was found in one of the rivers.
Jade bracelet.
A jade bracelet, yeah. And we feel like this was no mere ordinary bracelet, that there was some cause for it to be examined. And one of through our own investigating and spell work, we've divinated that there was a mysterious song or melody that accompanied the disappearance of all the people there.
So why have you come here?
We've come here simply to ask you you have if you have heard or witnessed anything like this happening before or around, or if the Spriggans have been, particularly troublesome.
Well, we are no allies to Varnhold. You are right. What happened to them could be a concern for my own tribe.
And how this relic came to be within Varnhold.
The Spriggans themselves are also a problem, as they have stolen a magical bow of ours. Perhaps if you were to help us retrieve it from the Cholchek Spriggans in their cavern, I might be able to help you in other ways.
This bow is not the one that you seek?
We haven't actually presented it yet.
Yeah, you haven't.
Oh, sorry, I thought
presented
that's what he
anything.
meant when he was talking about the artifacts. Okay, never mind.
I think they're talking about another one, though.
It kind of sounds like, because they're talking about a cave. But anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what do you do about that? Do you show her the bow, or do you just keep it hidden?
I have Albanius present the bow.
Okay.
Maybe since it's coming from you, it'll help.
I do my
Then
best.
she'll think that the humans stole it.
On behalf of our matriarch, Baroness Tasha, yeah, we present to you an item.
I do my best to
from,
present it in like a respectful
from the
way,
Spriggan.
like kind of trying to handle it like delicately and like hold it out like both hands, kind of like while maybe doing like a bow or something. I don't know, a kneel down when I hold it up.
I understand that there's been
Stand up to her and
conflict
offer to her.
between your people and the people of Varnhold, and I am hoping that we can make amends.
All right. Let's try to go one thing at a time, because I mean, unless you're saying that while he's holding out the bow, I'd like to react to that.
Sure. Okay.
I mean, I'm asking, are you saying that while he's holding out the bow?
I am, because the bow was going to be I was planning on the bow being like our
Oh,
not
okay.
tribute, but
I'm sorry, it
attempting
just
to make
seems like
amends.
yeah, I'm sorry, it just seems like I'm getting like way more information from you guys all at once than I thought was gonna happen.
Please accept this as a token of our desire to find some sort of common ground between our people, to find peace going forward.
Okay, well, her whole entire attitude shifts when you guys show the bow. In fact, she turns into somewhat apologetic. Like, oh, I'm so sorry I treated you the way I did. Thank you so much for returning this bow. I didn't know that the Chulchek Spriggans apparently were in Varnhold, though you did mention that. I assure you, we have nothing to do
I
with
know.
the disappearance of these people. In fact, if you want to, of course, with an escort, you can go about the tribe and check for yourself.
I will not disparage your honor by questioning your honesty. If you say that you have nothing to do with what happened in Varnhold, then I will believe you in that. Do you know anything around in these lands that may have contributed to Varnhold's disappearance?
Well, you said the Spriggans, of course, it would have been them.
We are skeptical that the Spriggans were responsible. There was no sign of a struggle or a combat. We think that the Spriggans simply moved in when the people of Varnhold vanished. We have a witness that speaks of bird songs um, that lured the people away. And there's evidence that they simply walked away from their village almost as if of their own accord, as if they were enthralled or enchanted to do so.
What has become of the Spriggans?
Well, we've driven them out from Varnhold, that's for sure.
Well, a lot of
Good
them
They've
are
question.
dead.
been
Was their leader dead?
thoroughly driven out. We killed a cook. But
We
he
killed
was
a few of them.
pretty. He was pretty, yeah, martial and capable.
Yeah, and there was a few that we killed in the out in the like there was a couple that died out in that battle out in the courtyard or whatever. Like we let the rest leave, but a couple of them died. So I don't know. We killed like a third of them, I'd say.
So they were
Silly
driven out of
rest took the
Varnhold.
wave.
Those that survived were scattered.
This is good news. They were quite problematic. I don't know of no song. Many birds sing.
I think hoping that a bird sang this is the best, like, thing we can hope for.
Have any of your tribe gone missing under mysterious circumstances?
None.
Some area where scouts or warriors do not return from?
As far as I'm aware, all of my tribe is accounted for. Is that what happens? You just disappear?
That seems like what's happened here, or at Varnhold.
Well, how could one possibly stop something like that?
We don't know what is causing it, so it would be difficult to decide how to stop it. We were hoping that you or your tribe may have some knowledge of the area and the dangers presented therein that may be responsible for whatever is going on or happened at Varnhold. Are there any areas that are particularly dangerous that you avoid because of the threat that it presents? Or of other creatures that may live in these areas that may be able to help us in our investigation? Other tribes?
There is a place to the west called Ola Kakanket, the Valley of the Dead.
Oh, that sounds
It
unpleasant.
is against our traditions to go there, but we are tasked with guarding it. Recently, one of our Nomen huntresses claimed to have seen a strange and frightful shape lumbering amid the stones. I wonder, perhaps, the humans of Varnhold, with their insatiable curiosity and drive to expand and conquer, might have encountered Ola Kankaket, and if this perhaps might be tied to their vanishing.
It could be, and maybe something about this bracelet.
I believe that this valley is a graveyard.
Yay, undead! Bring in the paladin.
Would you said you were tasked with guarding this area. Would you grant us your permission to investigate it further?
If you think it will seek the answers. I mean, if you think that it will give you the answers you seek.
All right, and we can come and go peacefully within your village.
You don't need to come through the village. Please do avoid that.
Wait, what?
You don't need to be going
She
through
doesn't
the
want us coming
village.
back.
So, in other words, no, you cannot just come and go from the village at will.
Here, where we're at.
Right, yeah. The other place, yes, you can go there, but to just freely run around the village, she does not want that.
Oh, okay.
If you're going to go around the village, you must be escorted.
Okay. Very
I do
well.
apologize, but we still do have a bitter taste in our mouth with our relationships with the humankind.
Ouch.
It's understandable. We hope that we can start making a good impression on you.
So,
Okay, well, I mean,
out
I
of
guess we could.
character,
Oh, sorry.
I know there's something you guys know or you should have written down that could have been brought up. I'm just curious if there's anything else you wanted to say or bring up about what you guys might know.
Is it like I wrote down that there was a large rune inscribed in charcoal? Or
Didn't
something
you guys
about the.
acquire a name?
The guy with the violin? I mean, wasn't the centaur's name scrawled on the door to the inn?
That did say Nomen, yes.
Yeah, it said Nomen. Like they had been there or something.
Well, actually, there's a quick question I would like to ask. Have any of your people been to Varnhold since the vanishing of the occupants?
No. We didn't really know they were missing other than they haven't been venturing over here, killing off my people.
Okay, so then to the group, why would the Noman's name be scrawled on the door? Who did that? And who killed the Spriggan that was caught in the trap?
I do not know. Should we bring it up to her? I mean, we might as well lay all the cards on the table.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I don't see any reason to keep that from her.
Yeah, we were just curious. We tell her because yes, someone had inscribed, the name of your tribe upon one of the doors within the village.
Mm-hmm. And she listens to that, and she doesn't really know much about that or why that would be.
Let's see. A name, you say, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to double check on where you guys acquired it. Um,
There was the guy with
All
the
I know
book,
is
as you said, that
Megarvarn,
scrawled the charcoal.
and yeah, this ranger dude.
I mean, he had his group, his party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they found a bracelet by the river with a
That's
single
right,
large
jade
rune
bracelet.
inscribed in charcoal.
And the rune, what did we figure out what the rune was all about? It wasn't a
Um,
word.
it's it's something. It's like a. The meaning of it is that it's supposed to ward off bad luck.
okay,
Okay.
this is your reminder.
Mordecai?
Oh wait, yeah, I remember
Mm.
this now. Where did we find that though?
In the inn, in that guy's room.
In the inn. Okay. What was the name she just gave? She said, "Oh, there's a evil, a fearsome form that was rolling around the graveyard that they were supposed to guard." She gave it a name.
Well, not. But
Oh, I thought she had a name for it. Okay.
she
Well, I guess we could
said.
ask her. Oh, sorry.
I'm trying to find the information. Go ahead and keep talking.
I was gonna say, like, does she know the name Mordecai and some kind of island?
Okay, you get a reaction from her when you say that word, that name.
Okay.
Oh my god, where's that info? Uh, sh- oh my god, why is it so hard to find stuff when you're looking for it? Anyways, Star Fox is irrelevant. She didn't give whatever that person saw a name. They were just like, oh, there was just this
Okay.
shadowy figure over there that normally isn't there. So that's all that really was. Okay, so we'll skip by that. She responds to when you say Vorticai. Um, she says, according to the traditions, Vorticai is a slumbering warlord from the time of Mother Tribes. And she believes that beyond that graveyard is the tomb of Vorticai. Though their people have never been there, as it is taboo and against traditions.
Okay.
All right, that's something.
Okay, now everything's on the table. So yes, that area does link you guys to your investigation.
Alright, well, looks like, yep, we're going there next.
Alright, I'm gonna step away real quick and order food because I forgot to do it during our break.
Okay, well, this
Just
is
be like
probably where
2
we're gonna
minutes.
be ending, right?
Yeah.
Or yeah, are we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because we're going into a whole nother part. Like, you guys just did 2 parts.
Hey, we're making good progress.
Aside from the kingdom building part, but yeah.
Well,
The
some of
rest
these are
it, sure.
intended to be short.
Yeah.
Well, we can do kingdom building all next session. The entire session. Let's
Well,
do
you
a
have to-
double session. 8 hours of kingdom building.
Well, your characters have to return back to the kingdom to do that.
Well, we could take the
Yeah,
time now
I'm
that we've
just
investigated
kidding.
with the centaurs. That
Okay,
was like
well,
the pressing
Zigguram, go ahead and
issue. We
step
had
away,
this
but I
thing.
still have more, just a little bit more to go.
Well, I can wait then. If it's just gonna be like 5 minutes.
Okay. Before you guys depart, she makes one final plea. She seems almost ashamed to ask.
Alright.
She admits that the Nomen who claimed to see a strange shape lumbering deep in the Ola Kanket was her headstrong daughter, Zamanthi. When Zamanthi confronted her, demanding to learn more about the site, she was unable to satisfy her daughter's curiosity. And now Zamanthi has been missing for several days.
Alright, we have a rescue mission then.
She's afraid that her daughter has broken tradition and has entered the Valley of the Dead.
Well, you know what they say about people who enter the Valley of the Dead? They've got no bones about it.
And she says, I don't expect you to look for her, but if you do find clues of what might have become of her,
Yes, this is fair, and we will oblige you.
Dope.
okay. And so when you guys exit out and leave, you know, the tribe still seems to have this just uncomfortable nervousness about them while you guys are there.
Okay.
Eventually, I'll have mass charm person or whatever it is that I need to make everybody our friend.
Charm animal.
Well, it's because these are monstrous humanoids, so they still count as persons for charm
I was
person.
Yeah.
I just need the mass spell.
kidding.
They're not beasts.
I don't tell them that. I think it will insult them.
Mm.
If I ask them,
As
do you
it
think
would.
a mass charm animal would work on you?
Oh my god.
Well, it would, because charm animal. Well, would it actually? No, I'm
No.
thinking charm monster actually.
Yeah.
Charm animal.
Charm monster would
wouldn't
work. That works on
Yeah.
anything.
In
Yeah,
fact, charm
that's
person
the
will
joke.
work, won't it?
Yeah, because they're humanoid.
Yeah, I think
They're
I
not
think
like humanoid, but they're monstrous humanoid.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to enter the Valley of the Shadow of Death.
Yep. You know, like the
Valley of
place
the
where
Dead.
all adventurers eventually go.
To the dead place, where there be maybe dead things?
Probably
Undead
dead things. But it's okay.
things?
We have a paladin. We've got like our ace in the hole here.
Mhm.
We have our paladin.
Yep, paladin. As soon as the word undead gets mentioned, it's like you
Good
have
thing we
need
have
a
a paladin.
No problem. Alright, so you guys pretty much plan on going straight there, or are there like in between stuff you want to do?
Kingdom.
Well,
go-
now again, we're in a
let's
situation
go-
where
Yeah, we're in time bound.
her
To help her
daughter
daughter.
has been missing, so it's like
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
now
Right.
I feel obligated to go find her, right?
Yeah, they kind of did that, didn't they?
You know, if
So
it,
yeah,
if
we're
it
gonna go straight
wasn't,
there.
if it wasn't for the missing daughter, I was gonna be like, we should go back to our kingdom, like drop all this stuff off, handle our affairs, and then look for this place, because the people of the village sure aren't coming back anytime soon. But yeah, if there's a missing daughter, then okay,
Yeah.
we gotta go there.
All right,
Yeah.
so back to the map. I'm gonna mark the location. Let's get a token out here. What token are we gonna use? Oh,
We need more hexes.
yes, you do. We're gonna use the blue marker. Nope, not that one. This one. All right, this is the location.
Okay, not too far away.
Okay.
If we explore hexes, it'll only take like 2 or 3 days of travel.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't been gone from our settlement for that long.
Nope.
Like, still a little less than a week.
Okay, is that it?
That's it. So you guys know where to go
All right.
next session.
Yay.
And I know what to prepare. Woohoo.
I smell level 8 waiting for us there.
Oh, that reminds me.
No, since we
You level up.
No.
We take the bow from Albania. But
We
maybe we can
put it
kill
back.
all the centaurs, and the experience from killing all the centaurs levels us up to level 10.
probably would. It's a lot of centaur. Well, let's see. Each centaur is like a base CR like 4, and there's 200 of them, so we can do the math.
I mean, some of them probably have the young template, which lowers their CR.
This is why I
There's
use
two. There's
objective-based
roughly
experience
240,000. So if we kill 200 centaurs, we're looking at roughly 60,000 EXP for all of us.
Oh my
Each.
god.
That's pretty good. Let's do that instead.
Munchkins! You're all munchkins!
Let's get off these railroad tracks. Um,
Alright,
Pluto's
here's your
Secret,
XP.
you want to play League later?
Ooh, I like that XP.
Maybe.
Give me more. Give me more XP, Daddy.
I wonder what it says for this thing, what level they think you're supposed to be at. Because it's like, I don't know. This whole book doesn't make sense. It's like, what they should have done is said, make them kingdom build even more! And then send them to
Yes.
Barnhold. Instead, it says, here's
Alright, I'm
the
gonna
new
order food.
area.
Okay, I'll see you guys next week then.
Yeah.
We'll talk to
Okay.
you next week anyway.
Yep, it was fun. See you, Starbucks.
Fun.
Yep.